West Side Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky, and I got
Eleanor.
Eleanor with me, my little girl. And we want to thank you for joining us as we look at the Word of God and study it. Today we're in Hebrews chapter 7. Hebrews chapter 7, and looking at verses 25 through 28. I'm going to read the first few verses, and Eleanor's going to read that last verse for us. And so, starting with verse 25, it says, "Consequently, he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to take intercession for them. For it was indeed fitting that we should have such a high priest, holy, innocent, unstained, separated from sinners, and exalted above the heavens. He has no need, like those high priests, to offer sacrifices daily, first for his own sins, and then for those of the people, since he did this once for all when he offered up himself." Now, Eleanor's going to read verse 28.
For the law
Appoints
in
men
their
weakness
as
high
priest, but the word of the oath, which came later than the law, appoints a son who has been made perfect forever.
Good job. All right. And so as you read through this chapter, it talks about, again, the similarities of Christ and the priest Melchizedek and the priest of the old law. And then it talks about being a priest forever, but the other priests had died, and the sacrifices that they had to make. And so when we get to these verses here, it brings out, the point that Jesus is that perfect priest, made the perfect sacrifice, because in verse 25, it says he is able to save the uttermost, able to save to save us all, those who draw near to God through him. And so he's able to save everyone as long as we're willing to draw near, close to our God. And then as you continue in these things, again, as verse 27, it talks about how they had to make a daily sacrifice and a sacrifice for their own offerings, for their own sins. But Jesus didn't have to do that. It brings out that he, once for everyone, offered up himself. And so through that one sacrifice, it is for the sins of everyone for all of time, the perfect sacrifice that needed to be made. It brings out, for the law appoints men in the weakness of high priests, but the word of the oath which came from the law appoints a son who has been made perfect forever. Jesus is the ultimate sacrifice. Therefore, he is the ultimate priest that is there for us and continues to be there for us every day, because he continues to live and does not die. And so that's just a wonderful thought as we take consideration here. Again, it's just I want to thank you for joining us. And if you're in Nebraska near Sioux City, Iowa, I want to invite you. I'm out here. I'm in Nebraska right now with the congregation, Glass Street Church of Christ in Sioux City, Iowa. It's having a gospel meeting this weekend. It starts tonight at 7 p.m. and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And then their regular times of worship on Sunday morning. And I want to invite you to come and be part of us. I'll be preaching the lesson tonight. Tomorrow night, we have Jeremy Nettles that's going to be preaching a lesson. And then Sunday, I'll be doing a lesson, and then Jeremy will do a lesson. And so want to invite you to come and be part of that. If you know anyone in this area near Sioux City, Iowa, to come out, to study the Word, to ask questions, and to hear the word of God be proclaimed, and to meet the brethren here that they are excited to help spread the word of God. And so if you're able to join us, they'd love to have you come be with them. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you have a blessed day. The Lord is willing. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.